In a previous video, I talked about how ChatGPT helped me write my book, Darkmore, The Secrets Beneath. Um, I got a comment about that from someone, and he wanted to, what kind of prompt did you use to write the book? So the subject of this video is exactly that. I will present you the exact prompt that I use from ChatGPT to write Darkmore. First, let's make a disclaimer. It's not. I will not show the complete prompt and response because it would be like way too long and way too boring for a video. So it's a little bit formatted for the purpose of this video. But another disclaimer that I want to make, it's yes, I use ChatGPT to write books. I'm not an author. I'm an illustrator. So yes, I'm able to do the cover illustrations and the illustrations inside, but I'm not an author and definitely not an English speaking author. So ChatGPT was in good help for that, to help me from the concept of starting the book to a complete finished product that can be sold and bought on Amazon. In this video, I will show what kind of prompts that I use to build my book, and also the answer that ChatGPT gave me and the output. So you will see that it's not just I push on a big red button, write a book. No, it's a dance between human creativity and AI precision. So that's the content of this video. I hope you like it. I hope you get something out of it. And if you do, please subscribe and share this video. I will be back soon. You know this feeling in the morning when you wake up and you have that vivid impression that you had a dream and you have the characters, the environment. It's like a movie that was going on in your head. I had to put that story on paper in some kind of mean. So I decided to make kind of a novel for teenager. And that's the process, the creative process from that idea, that dream that I had to the complete finished book. So let's go on the computer and I will give you more details about the actual prompts that I use to create the book. Okay, so the first prompt that I had with ChatGPT was on the tone, "Hey Chat, I had this really vivid dream that could make a great story. Can you help me turn it into a book?" And the answer? Absolutely. Let's start with a basic synopsis to capture the core elements of your dream. We'll create a short storyline and identify the main themes and potential title ideas. This is our foundation. After that step, I add a 6-paragraph synopsis draft, including a preliminary story arc and a list of 3 possible titles. But I was not super convinced about the plot that he gave me on the first try. So I went away, and the synopsis is a good start, but I wanted to have a darker, mysterious tone. Can we give it more atmosphere? And ChatGPT's answer, of course, I'll rework the synopsis, emphasizing suspense, a haunting atmosphere, and a mysterious city setting. Let's see if this version captures the tone you're aiming for. And at this point, I had a revised 6-paragraph synopsis with an added focus on dark atmosphere and suspense, and updated title suggestions. I really do like the way we talk. It's like an old friend that helped me write the book. Perfect. Now I want to see how the story will flow from beginning to end. Can you create a rough outline? Here's a structure outline with a breakdown of the key chapters. Each chapter highlights major plot points and character arcs, so you can see how the story unfolds. And at that point, I had a high-level table of contents with 12 chapters describing the main events and character progression for each chapter. So basically the table of content. The outline looks good, but I feel like it needs a stronger main conflict. Could you suggest a couple of new ideas for challenge the characters could face? Let's see what you get. Sure, I've added 3 major conflict options that fit the darker theme: a power struggle with a sinister leader, a supernatural force affecting the city, and an internal struggle for one of the main characters' pick. What resonates most and will work into the story? And at this point, I had a list of 3 conflict ideas, each with a description of how it impacts the character plot. So basically, it's an interaction between human creativity and AI precision. Great. Now I need memorable character names that fit the vibe. Got any suggestions? Oh, you guess? Definitely. Here are 6 names options for the main characters, each with meanings of references that add depth. I've included notes on cultural significance, literary inspiration, or symbolism to help you decide. And at that point, I add 6 name suggestions with explanation of meaning, cultural background, or symbolic resonance tailored to the story's mood. And that's the great beauty of working with an AI. It does the actual research on the internet while it creates your stuff. So it's very helpful. Then I went, could we add some specific settings? I'd love a few unique, eerie locations that feel memorable. Here are descriptions for 3 settings: a shadowed market, a hidden underground passage, and a mysterious observatory. Each has eerie details to create atmosphere and connect to the main plot. And guess what? I got 3 settings descriptions, each half a page, highlighting key sensory details and connections to the story's theme. So basically, I'm like starting from scratch and building and building and building upon the step that I have. How about character backstories? I want each character to have a solid history that drives their actions. This is my prompt. And ChatGPT answer, I've developed short backstories for each main characters, focusing on motivation, past traumas, and connections to the city. These can shape their actions and dialogue throughout the plot. And at this point, I had 3 character backstories, each a half-page description detailing motivation, personality, and connection to the main conflict. So basically, yes, it's a iterative dance between me and the AI. The AI doesn't know what is the story about, and I was refining and refining the more I go deeply into the story. And at some point, of course, it's not the complete plot that I'm writing there. It would be way too long, but it also helped me with marketing and sales and Amazon KDP and publishing and getting a way of a grab of the target audience. So the next prompt was, can we refine the title? I want something that feels unique and sets the right tone. Sure, here are 3 variations of Darkmore, with different subtitle options, each adding an edge like City of Shadows or Veil of Secrets. These emphasize mystery and suspense. And he gave me 3 title and subtitle combinations, each designed to enhance tone and attract the target audience. Now I'm thinking about adding illustrations. Of course, I'm an illustrator, but chat helped me also do that. Do you think it's worth it? And if so, where would they fit best? So basically, I was asking him if I should put just an illustrated cover, or put illustration throughout, or maybe just on the main chapters. And he gave me, like, the answer was, for readers 8 to 12, a few well-placed illustrations can enhance engagement. Key moments like the protagonist's first encounter with the city or a climatic scene could be illustrated. Let's review time and cost impact. So he gave me suggested illustration placements and analysis of cost versus impact with 3 to 5 scene recommendation. So basically, I was asking, and this looks very simple on the slides, but like, actually, he told me for chapter 1, I see this kind of illustration with that placement. It gave me a full report of where I should basically put my illustrations, which is the most important thing for me. Is I'm an illustrator and I wanted to have my illustrations correctly placed throughout the book. So let's move on. Let's work on the back cover. You know, the text that is behind this is the selling points, and this is the description that I would use on Amazon or any other platform. So let's work on the back cover text. I need a short blurb to hook readers, something that makes them want to open the book. Here's a draft blurb with a hook, a hint of the story's main conflict, and a suspenseful close. It introduces the mystery of the city and the protagonist's struggles, designed to grab attention on the shelf. And basically, he gave me a 4-sentence back cover blurb, including an attention-grabbing hook, main conflict, and call to action for readers. Obviously, I went from 4 sentence to a complete back cover text this length. And Yeah, it basically synthesized everything that we discussed so far, building the story because he knows what we were talking about, and he made like resumed a short version of the text for the back cover. Awesome. I also want a foreword to give context and introduce readers to the world. Can you help? Obviously, here's a forward draft that sets the scene, introduces the city's dark history, and hints at the protagonist's journey. It's designed to pull readers into the setting before the story begins. I really like our relationship. It's like talking to an old friend. And at this stage, I add a one-page forward draft providing background on the setting and to draw readers into the story world. Not only that, but I add um, like an explanation of the process, also how AI and human work together. So description of the world, description of the dream, description of the process to create the story. So basically, chat was just using its own memory to iterate on that and give the explanation about how the book was written. Then he helped me also with marketing. What price should I set on Amazon KDP? I want to reach a broad audience, but still cover costs. Books for younger readers often range from $6.99 to $9.99 for maximum reach. I'd suggest starting around $7.99. We can monitor feedback and adjust as needed. So I got pricing recommendation with rationale based on target audience and comparable books on Amazon. Basically, competitor analysis and market price suggestions. So yeah, working with an AI can also give you insight about pricing and marketing strategy. It's lovely. Next, how do we summarize all this for my viewers? I want to show the full journey in a few clear steps. So that was my prompt to ChatGPT. We begin with your dream as inspiration, shaped into a synopsis, and built it piece by piece. Each conversation added more depth, plot, character settings, and illustration. Here's a short summary with 5 steps to capture the flow. And what I got, this presentation. Yes, this presentation was also generated with ChatGPT. I just got back into the actual chats that I had for building the story, and I asked him to help me create a presentation based on that. So, of course, it's a resume. It's not the full iteration. Sometimes I was struggling with some parts of the text. I had to, oh, in chapter 5, you say this, and this is not totally in line with the main plot and with the main story. So he had to revise and redo things. And so it's a very long process. I do a short version here on the presentation just to show you the kind of interaction that I had with the AI, not only to create the text, but also for illustration placement, marketing, pricing structure. So everything was, and the more you work with the AI, the more it learns what you want. So basically, you don't have to talk again about the story. No, it knows about the story, and for the AI, it's super easy to just go into its memory and summarize or rearrange things into a description or something. So that's the process for creating Darkmore. This is the book. It's available on Amazon KDP. And yeah, I did all the illustration from cover to cover. I don't know if you see some of the illustrations. And so, yeah, you will have the link in the description, and you can, of course, buy it or buy any of my other projects. If you like my videos, if you get something out of it, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.